Hi guys, welcome to my next tutorial, a stand-up explosion box. That's what I named it. I am not sure how do other people say it, but as you can see, there is a cute little shaker element in the front of the box. I mean, on the lid of the box, and there is a cute little, I think it's a teddy, I'm not sure, sorry for that. And there's a cute little bow with a heart here, and this is what the explosion box looks like. Now let's open this up. So I named it a stand-up explosion box because it stands straight on these two sides, and these two sides just flow down. That is why I named it like that. So I'm not sure whether I'm right or not, don't judge me. So this is centerpiece, that is, this is a cake here, and we have some decorations going on, and this side says I'm in love with you, and this side says I love you to the moon and back. So this is the close-up here, and there are two cards here, as you can see. Let me open this up and show you. Here it is written I love you to the moon and back again. Now let's open this up. There is a cute little envelope with hearts, and here is a pull tab where from you can there is a huge sized pocket here, as you can see, so you can put in lots of pictures, picture mats and all. So that card said Happy Valentine's Day. So this card says Forever in Love with You. So cute. Now when I open this up, there is something called love here. So either you can journal here and put a picture here, or journal here and put a picture here. It's all your wish. Now let's take out this one here, Love You Forever. So this is also a very huge pocket here, spaced out pocket. So you can put a lot of picture mats here. So now let's tie this up. And let's just move on to the tutorial here. The materials that I used in this tutorial, I'll try to give the link of all the materials that I've used, but I'm not sure if I can give every link, because some of those stuff like this ribbons and all here, I just bought it from the local market here who sell craft supplies. So if you don't have these ribbons and all, you can get it from any online store you wish. So this is how it closes up. It is a really good fit here. So let's move on to the tutorial. Let's start, guys. This is what I'm going to be using today, the Pearl Collection Hugs and Kisses paper pack. The print that I'm going to be using is these two prints here. So beautiful, so gorgeous. So now let's start the first thing that we have to do. Let's take out this print. I want this print to be my explosion box bottom. You can choose your own prints, but I chose this print, and this print will be for my lid here. Okay, so now let's flip this over, take out our scoreboard here and place this. Since this is a 12 by 12 paper, it won't be any difference whether we lay it this side or that side. Let's score it at every 4 inches. So first score it at 4 inches, and then score it at 8 inches, so that you will get 3 4-inch sides here. Then after scoring this way, rotate it once, okay, to the right, and score this again at 4 inches and at 8 inches, okay. Make a good crease, guys. Now before folding this, let me draw pencil lines to make it clear for you guys. So as you can see, there are pencil lines that I drew. So all these squares are 4 inches by 4 inches square. Now let's tackle one square at a time, guys. For this standing explosion box, we have to do some different cutting. So you see this right corner of the 12 by 12 paper, and let me just darken the lines that I've drew. This square here, the top right corner, you have to cut out the entire square, okay. This 4 by 4 piece should come right off. So let me do that and let me show you. I have cut this top right corner, okay. So we'll use this later in the tutorial, so just put it aside. Now the top right corner is gone. Now let us deal with the bottom squares, okay. Now let me explain it to you clearly. This bottom left corner, you see the line here and here, this is the square here. So let me just darken this up so that you know where to cut. You see the darkened line, just cut on that darkened line here, okay. So first let me do that and show you, then we'll move on to the other one. As you can see, I am done cutting the top part here. That's all for this side. And for the bottom right corner, let me just darken this up. This line should be cut here. Okay, so let me cut this and show you. Okay, so now I have cut this part and this part. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is, let us tackle this one here. Okay, the left top corner. Okay, let's take out our ruler. You see the line here. This from this line, just mark 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch at the top. Okay, so that you can connect it. So this 1/2 inch mark is darkened, and this line start from this 1/2 inch and then go till the end here. Okay, so cut on these lines, leaving a 1/2 inch gap here. Okay, just remember guys, only cut on the darkened line, not on the score lines. Okay, so as you can see, I have cut mine out here. So let's set this aside again. Now take out your scissors, and you see the 1/2 inch gap here. Just cut this one too. Okay, like how I am cutting. You can use your blades to cut it. So I am done cutting mine. Now let us fold on all the score lines. Okay. So after folding, this is what mine looks like. Now here is the 1/2 inch flap, just leave that right there. Now let's take out our glue for now, and I'll give you an option whether to glue it inside this 1/2 inch flap here. As you can see, you can glue it inside like this to have a clean finish here, or if you are afraid that you don't have a good glue, you can just glue it outside here. Makes no difference, but the split here wouldn't look good. So I am going to glue mine in the to the inside, because I am using the Fevicol craft glue. So this is a pretty strong glue. So let me apply glue to this part here. Apply glue to all the corners, especially. Now glue this and burnish this down really good. Okay, let me do it and let me show you guys. So this is what mine looks like, guys. See, the outer part is really clean here, clean and neat the edges are. So don't worry if this is all whitey in here, because we are definitely gonna make this very beautiful. Now for this part, you have to just fold this over so that you will have a pocket here. Okay, you can use craft glue, but what I am going to do is, I will be using this red tacky tape here. Okay, this is the 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to take this like this, and I'm going to place this at the bottom of this one here, the one which is cut. Okay, and on the sides here. Let me complete and show you guys. After lining this, you have to burnish this down really good, and you will notice that the air bubbles underneath will eventually go out, because if the air bubbles are caught underneath, eventually the tacky tape will dry out from inside and will start lifting. Okay, so now you can use glue also. You just put, if you are using a glue, use a strong glue and just put a line of glue on both the sides, and you can glue it down. So let me remove the backing of the tacky tape, and I'm just going to close this up, line this up to the bottom and to the side, and I'm going to close this up. Okay, so here is the good sized pocket here. Okay, let me burnish this down, guys, because burnishing the red tacky tape down is really important. Okay, make sure nothing is peeking over. Now do the same for this side. Okay, now let's move on to decorating this part. Okay, so before starting the decorations, I thought that let's start making the cake, the centerpiece here, because after placing the cake, we can decorate it according to the room that we have inside there. Okay. So now cut 3 pieces of cardstock, and one is 5 inches by 5 inches and label it bottom. And the second one is 4 inches by 4 inches middle, and the last one is 3 inches by 3 inches top. Okay. So now let's take out our scoreboard. This is what is going to make the base of the cake, guys. So now let's just place all these here on one side and score it at all the 1 inch on all 4 sides. So 1 inch, 4 inches, and turn this, rotate this once to the right and score at 1 inches and 4 inches. Okay. The same way, take out the middle one. Place this so that it is 4 inches across. No difference because it is 4 by 4. Now score at 1 inches, 3 inches. Rotate it once to the right. Score at 1 inches and at 3 inches. Now the last one, 3 inches by 3 inches. Lay it. Score at 1 inch and 2 inches. Rotate it once to the right. Score at 1 inch and at 2 inches. Okay. Now before folding at any of the score lines, just lay it like this and take out your scissors. You see the square that are score lines made here. Just cut on one side only till the other score line here. Okay. Now rotate it and again cut only on one side till the other score line. So do the same thing all 4 sides. It's just like making a box lid, guys. Okay. Do the same for all these two too. So now I have cut all mine on one side here. So now let's fold on all our score lines. So I am done folding all mine. Now let's set these 2 smaller ones aside. Let's work with the 5 by 5 one. Now it's okay if your pencil lines are showing, no issues. Now take out your glue and the flap, 1 inch by 1 inch flap here. Just apply glue here and just glue it down like this. Okay. Once this is glued down, move on to the next side. Apply glue here, especially to the edges, and glue this one down too. Okay. Now after this one's dry, again move on to this one. After this one's dry, do this one also to create a box here. Okay. So after gluing everything down, this is what yours should look like. So this is the bottom part of the cake. So when you place this here, you will see there will be a 1/2 inch gap on all sides for this to nicely close here. Okay. So let's set this aside because there are certain parts that we have to do it here. So do the same for all the other 2. So apply glue here and glue this down. Again to the flap here, glue this down, flap and flap. So you should get something like this here. Let me do mine for both and let me show you. So all my 3 cubes are now ready. So I found this ribbon in my stash. So I thought it is a good contrast for this paper pack. You can use any color of your own wish, guys. So now I am going to take this and I am going to wrap it around the bottom of the cubes here. Okay. So let me just apply glue and let me show you guys. It's looking really good, isn't it, guys? So do the same thing for these 2. So as you can see, I am done gluing my ribbon down. Now let's lay the bottom piece, the bigger piece down, and then you see the next biggest piece here. Flip this over and take out your glue, take out some strong glue and just apply it to the bottom here like this. When you place this here, make sure that you leave at least half inch gap on each side. Okay, you have to center this from side to side like this. Okay, and allow it to dry for some time. Okay, after this dries, take out the smallest piece here. Again apply glue here and glue this down, centering from side to side and top to bottom. Okay, at least a 3-inch gap, sorry half-inch gap on all sides. Okay, now let's let this dry for a while. So I let my cake dry for a while. Now let's take out this base here, and you just flip this cake over, apply glue to this part. Now just center it from side to side and top to bottom, leaving a half-inch gap on all 4 sides. Allow it to dry for a while. Meanwhile, let's cut out the embellishments for this places here. Now I will be using a few of the tag sheets from Craft Tales. I will leave out the links for these tag sheets in the description box below. These are the tag sheets that I will be using. Okay, so first let's start with this. After gluing this down, this is what mine looks like. When you close this, just make sure that you are not hitting any of the sides when you place your sentiments or flowers, anything like that, because when that hits any of the sides here, this will not create a good look, so it won't be that good. So that is why just make sure you don't hit the sides of the thing here. Now let us just get into this piece here, this tag sheet. This already looks very beautiful, guys, but here I am planning to add some cards here. So before doing that, let's finish up our box lid here. Okay, so we set aside this paper here to make our lid. Now take out your trimmer here, paper trimmer here, and measure over 6 inches and cut. Okay, measure over like this, 6 inches and cut. Let me just show you here. So line this up with the 6-inch mark at your paper trimmer and this. So you will have two 6 by 12 papers here. Set one aside and take one and rotate it so that it is 12 inches across, and again place it at 6 inches and cut. Okay, so that again you will have two 6 by 6 panels here. We are just going to use one, so set the other one aside. Now take out your scoreboard. Just flip this over so that your score line will be visible for you. Score at 1 inch on all sides. So 1 inch, rotate it once and score at 1 inch. Again rotate it once and score at 1 inch. Again the fourth side 1 inch. Okay. Now again you will see that our score lines will have made a square here at the bottom and all 4 sides. So now you have to cut on only one side till the score line there. Okay, make sure that you cut on only one side. Okay, do this for all the 4 squares here, corners. Okay, and fold on all our score lines here. Okay, so after folding all the score lines, this is what yours should look like. Now the lighting is a little bit dim, so please don't mind that. I hope the lighting gets better very soon. Now let's just apply glue to the flaps here and then glue this down like this, okay, to make the lid here, just like how we did the cake. Okay, I'll just show you one and you can do the rest of it on your own. Okay, apply glue to the flap here and then glue this down right like this. Okay, let this dry and start doing the other flaps. So now after gluing everything down, this is what yours should look like. Now take out this explosion box here and let's see whether it is a good fit. Yes, this is a very good fit and this is what your explosion box should look like. So now when you open this up, it should flow and give you a beautiful look of this one here. Now there's one more thing that we have to do, actually two more things. So let's take out the 4x4 piece which was cut already by us. As you can see, it will fit the top here. Okay, this was cut, let me show you, in the beginning from this place here. Okay, we cut the 4x4 thing here. Okay, so now we are going to create a little shaker element for this place. Okay, so now let's just trim off a little bit on both sides. Okay, maybe a quarter inch this side and a quarter inch this side. Okay, now it will be a good fit for you like this. Now let's take out our pencil here and our ruler. Where did my ruler go? Yeah, I found it. Now let's flip this over to the white part and measure. Maybe let's go 3/4 of an inch from each side. Okay, so 3/4 and then 3/4 from this side. Line this up. And then do the same this side too. 3/4 and then 3/4. Okay, this is what yours should look like. Now, as you can see, this inner part, just cut it out. Okay, let me cut and show you guys. So after you cut the inner part, this is what you should have. Put this into your resource. Now, take out the lid, and when you place this up, you will see a good place here for the shaker part here. Now let's take out our acetic sheet, which should measure 3 inches by 3 inches. Okay, so I have cut my acetate piece out. Now apply glue to the back and glue this down like this. Okay, so I have also lined these double-sided tape at the back of my shaker element without any gaps. So there should not be any gaps from which the shaker element might fall off. Now I am using a variety of sequins from different companies. The first one is from the Dress My Craft Sequins Family Set. This has 12 colors. Then let's make a bow to place this here for this lid here. So this 6x6 panel we just cut while cutting for this lid here. Now this is a square piece, it doesn't matter which side you cut. So just measure over 1 inch and cut, okay? So now instead of hand folding, I'm just going to place this right here and I'm going to score this right in the middle, which is 3 inches, and at 1.5 inches, oh sorry I moved, and at 4.5 inches, okay? To finish off the bow, I glued one heart in the middle. Okay, so let's start making our card. So this is where we cut the 1 inch off from the bow for making the bow actually. So this is 6 inches wide by 5 inches. Now looking at it so that it is 5 inches across, measure over 2.5 inches and cut right in the middle. Now take out your scoreboard, lay this so that it is 6 inches across and score this at 3 inches. Okay. The other one also 3 inches. Now fold this in half and burnish this down really good here. centered from side to side and top to bottom. Okay, right like this, and burnish this down. Do the same for this side also. Okay, so I have tied the twine here. So this is what mine looks like. Now to decorate the outer part of the cards here, I have this tag sheet here from Craft Tales. Journal here and put a picture here, or you can journal here and put a picture here. That is fully up to you. Oh yeah, and then for this part, the pocket part, I would like to insert some picture mats here. So let's take out this tag sheet here. So now a pull tab for this. These cards are ready. If you want, you can back the card with a white cardstock so that this area is not shown, or you can stick a picture to hide this area. So for now, I'm just placing this inside so that the pull tab is visible. This is ribbon, and so it will not interfere with the lid that we are going to place over this. So this tutorial is completed, guys. So this is what your outer explosion box looks like, and beautiful shaker elements, with the glitter inside and the bow, cute bow here and the cute teddy or whatever. So let me open this up. So this flows down like this, and this is what the inside looks like. So beautiful. Let me open this up once again for you guys and show. I think the person who is going to get this gift is really lucky, because this has turned out to be very beautiful. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. See you later with a wonderful tutorial, guys. I will be back with another new and unique try. So until then, see you. Bye bye. Love you guys. Just look at me making this knot. I'm not good at knots. Anyways, bye guys.